Hello, I'm EnterElysium and welcome back to From the Depths. Okay, so this is the thing we were working on last time as a new sort of capital class ship thing. We can scrap it. I have bigger, bolder plans. You will see that we really do have bigger, bold plans. But firstly, there is no one attacking us on the map, so this is probably going to be a building episode. I need to make some adjustments to the Eric. I need to make some adjustments to our fleet back here, the Alcatrazes. And I also would then like to start on this little helicarrier idea. And when I use the term little, I really am misselling this. I really, like, incredibly misselling this. Scrap. Boom. Destroy scrapped object completely. Boom. Okay. I would like to spawn a heli-wooden. That's the code name I gave them. And you can see that it costs 250,000 wood, 75,000 metal, 50,000 oil, 20,000 scrap. Spawn distance 30. I hope that's enough. Hold until nothing's built. Hold for this time. Yeah. And I think we're good. Can I load you? And then heli-wooden, I would like you to hold at a distance of 100 with an azimuth of, yeah, select on. Maybe not 100. Maybe like 54. Okay, and that's going to start building. And you'll start seeing why I referenced it as being ridiculous. It's a little on the large side. Let's just say that. At the moment, you're kind of wondering, okay, it's getting larger. Where's it going to stop? Yeah, that's about half size. It's going to keep going. It's going to get a lot larger. So what I've done is build the frame and not even finish the frame. What I did is I went into the vehicle designer and I messed about with several designs, looks and stuff, and I came up with something that I thought would work. I won't say it's nice. I still think it's fairly ugly, but it's something that I felt would do. So this is basically it doesn't even have an engine. It doesn't even have a control area. It doesn't have any guns. It doesn't. It's just a shell. What it does have is rotor blades in all but one of the holes, because they were annoying to do, so I thought I'd do them off camera. And for everything else, it is literally just a shell. One thing it does also have, by the way, is an ammo store, because I put that in and I was like, it should go here. Ammo needs to go here. I will do this now while I remember. But as you can see, it's mostly made of wood, because we had a load of wood and very little metal. So I was like, we need to make this thing out of as much wood as possible. So wood is light. That's great. It will fly. Hopefully. I haven't tested it. I can't be certain. Certain parts are made out of metal, so, these cross beams for these heli blades are made out of metal, because if they go, we'd lose the entire heli assembly. So they had to be made out of metal. And there's a couple of other parts, like the ammo store itself. You can see it's red. This means that is facing inwards into the ammo stockpile, and it's made of metal to try and prevent the ammo stockpile from exploding, and also the roof above is white. But yeah, this is going to take some time. So the best thing to probably do is go work on the Eric while this is building. So let us find our fleet. Force. Spawn the Eric. Warp 2. And build mode. So someone kindly pointed out that when we put these things on instead of the dishes, it did actually make the map smaller, the area we could see. So I need to go back and I need to replace all of you because I made a horrific mistake. And this, shouldn't take that long. But it's something we should experiment with at some stage, is we should experiment with, how large a dish we need to see the entire map, because I cannot see the entire map. Up, and then I'll go into the center and just place that one back again. Where will you be? Miscellaneous. Antenna. Strategic antenna. Right, out of build mode. Look at the map. Yeah, we're back up to a nice full view. Ooh, we can see people over here patrolling. Resource zone retinue. Hello, hello, hello. There's another resource zone over here. There's also a permanent deployment here. Okay, well, that gives us a bit more information. So, well, this is still building. Yeah, this is going to be building for quite a while. It's got 2 decks. It looks like it's working on the first deck still. It'll get there. It'll get there. So I'm going to head over here. What I should do is I should pull all. Select the Holy Wooden and be like, I would like you to heal. And in theory, yeah, 31%. It'll heal when it's out of play. So let's head over here. I would like to spawn. I would like to warp to. Oh, wait. Tab. There we go. Now, the shed. The Alcatrazes is a fine ship, but it's not perfect. Now, one of the big things that I actually learned recently from talking to Avok is that the advice people give me in the comments about resource zones is actually out of date. Resource zones have a variable amount of resources, depending on the zone. This zone isn't great, but you used to be able to mine at a certain rate. You'd be like, if you mine any more than that, you're not going to get any bonus, because you're really mining all that the resource area can generate at the same time. You are hitting the cap. Effectively, the resource zone generates resources, and you'd be getting them as fast as it generated them. That's no longer the case. So if we take that and open it, in theory, if you build more resource collectors, you will flat out get more resources. The resource zone will scale to however many you need. Which means, let me just change the color of you. If we expand our engine all the way up here, delete you as well. And then the engine can sit on a... Nope, I meant to go the other way. If we expand our engine to be able to actually meet the power requirements of such a ridiculous task... I love the fill command. We should be able to get loads of resources. Now, this is something I wouldn't normally do because it's a little bit cheaty. It feels cheaty. Being able to just go, yep, I'm just going to get all the resources by scaling up my engine. However, I kind of think it's necessary. Because right now we're getting metal pretty slowly. Now, not crazy slowly, but it's a case of, I'd like to get it a little bit faster. So I'm not going to maybe make it as big as I've just done. I've just done, ridiculous levels of stupid in terms of prefabs. There we go. Area. I don't think I'm going to do that, but I do think we could do getting metal a little bit faster. So place, place, place. And that's fine. I don't need any more than that. Any more than that would be way overkill. Back here, grab a resource thing. We have almost 1 million oil, so I'm just going to focus on resources for the moment. Let's do this in 0 for color. And it definitely looks like we're getting resources faster now. It really does. So I'm gonna fill this up. And you can see we're getting metal at a much faster rate. Which is a little bit on the ridiculous side, actually. I'm not sure I actually want to keep this. But the problem is, I can't judge how fast that is in terms of, resources, because it's a very abstract rate. I can't really judge how many that'll be over time. Maybe I have to, count it. Even then, we're getting a lot right now. I think I'll leave it as this. This should get us a crazy amount of resources. Okay. So let us go out of build mode. Boop. I would like to pull all out of place, so let's go to the map. Pull all. We're up to 64, and I'm going to go 10 times speed so that it can get to 100. 66, 67, 68, 69. And the helicarrier is absolutely ridiculous. It has 8 turbines and then an extra main turbine. And the idea is basically the 8 turbines, if one goes down, it should roughly be able to keep ish level. It probably won't, but it'll take time to go over because of the evenness of the... Ooh, hello. There's an enemy force coming down here patrolling, which means they'll meet me and they'll want to fight. Or is it you? Oh, it's you. Okay. You're a force strength of 36, and there's 3 of you. What are you? Pickwad, Urchin, Scrapper. I got no problem with this. Yeah, they'll enter my zone and come for me. That's fine. Okay. So we're up to 100% on the wooden heli, so let us bring that in, along with a fortress. Spawn into the world. Spawn into the world. And we'll warp to the fortress right now. So it's a little bit on the large side. It really is pretty damn large. And this is intended to fly. Yeah. It's underwater right now. We should really do something about that. We might have to build a special dock to hold it while we work on it. That, you know, actually holds it above the water. Because it's hard to really get a grip on what's going on down under here. I like a clear view. Now, one thing I will point out is our crystals. We haven't expanded our crystal growth for a very, very long time, and that is something I really would like to do, because right now we need crystals, because I am planning on putting some lasers on here. Not crazy, crazy death lasers, because they can be a little bit OP, but certainly some. And I think the best plan for that is put down a ridiculous crystal farm somewhere. Now, we've kind of taken up a lot of the area of our fortress, so I think what we might do is we might put a crystal farm on this island here. And maybe even, like, you know, eventually put, like, a shore gun, like a battery or something to protect it. And maybe we can protect, like, this resource zone, because it is fairly close by. But that means I need to go for a swim. So I will be back with you guys shortly. Whee! Blonk. I mean, alternatively, I can put it underwater in the resource zone. Just have an underwater crystal farm. Under the sea. Under the sea. Although that actually sounds kind of fun. An underwater crystal zone. It would be like that Twilight Zone, except it wouldn't be at all. Yeah, actually, I'm going to do that. We're going to have an underwater crystal zone right here, because it's nice and deep. Which means I can build a ridiculously tall crystal tray. I don't think fast enough. Can I think faster? Doesn't seem to make much of a difference. Right. Oh, you look beautiful from down here. Right. In the middle of this little canyon. I won't go quite to the surface. I want to stop just shy. Aha. Okay. Build mode. Is that a fortress? I assume it is. Right. Resources. There we go. Crystal growth farm. Bam. And then growth tray. Connected. Okay, keep going. We're 300 meters underwater right now. The only thing that will hit this would be a submarine. Up, 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 and away we go. We're still very, very far underwater. Nearly there. Nearly there. You know what? I'll have it sticking out just above the water surface. So I can put like a light on it. And that way I'll be like, ships, don't ram this. It will of course get rammed. That's just the way of it. There we go. Now, of course, you know, if I laid it down like lengthways along the sea, it'd be a lot more defended. But I kind of like the idea of it sticking just out of the water, like just from a you know, a sort of what's the word? a looks perspective, an aesthetic perspective. It just seems like a cool thing to do. And really, you're saying I cannot connect to the side of... Are you kidding me? I can connect to the top. Okay. Otherwise, I was like, I will not go down to the base and do that all again. That is too much hassle. Right, the side bits I would like to be inverted. I should probably put a mirror line down. How are we going to do this? You need to be a 2 inverted, but I can't connect you until I have a 1 triangle here. So 2 inverted. Like that. Then I need a 2 triangle. There and there. And there. And there. Excellent. Now, just a simple matter of putting a slope. Ah, there we go. And then a 2 slope. Now, I'm not going to do anything else under the water, mainly because it's just never going to get seen. It's going to have no purpose. There's going to be no point really spending a lot of time doing anything fancy with the bit under here. But I kind of like the idea of this just sitting just out of the water, like some sort of resource pylon that we have to go to collect the crystal. That just seems like a nice thing. And there. Grab you. Grab you. You're already done. And then light. Now the question is, do lights work without engine power? We will find out. Light fitting. I have no idea if that's working or not. I don't think it is. If it isn't, so well. It doesn't matter. Right. Out of build mode, and I am needing to travel up a long way. By the way, how much do you take? Crystal growth connected. Oh god, I've got to go to the bottom. I just want to see how much. You know what? Screw it. You take enough. You take plenty. Absolutely plenty. I don't need to check. Boing. And this is the helicarrier that we can now work on today. I need to get me up. Okay, bam. Right, so we need to raise this up by a good margin just so that we can actually work on it. So I would like block, wood beam. And I can work on it from up here, I think. That should be high enough. I'll of course need a way of really getting up and onto it, but we can work that out in a second. Actually, let's do it now. I can put platforms that allow me to jump from platform to platform. Basically, like I'm playing Mario or something. So that platform there. That platform there. Miscellaneous. This is only temporary. That's why it looks horrible. This is temporary because it's like scaffolding, effectively. Like it's a temporary construction. I need a docking station. No. Yes, it is a docking station. I call it tractor beam because it's a tractor beam, but that's what the docking station does. Okay, and then out of build mode. Excuse me, tractor beam. I need to have words. Off. Ah. Huh. There we go. Off, 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 off. Don't fight. Oh, God. Oh, that was dangerous. And yes, I was knocked off the fortress. Oh, that looks perfect. That looks absolutely perfect. I think we've got a winner here. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Let's have a look down here. Oh, yes, that's really close. We might actually need to raise it a little bit more later on, but for now, that will do absolutely fine. Yes, it is absolutely ridiculous. This is our new command vessel. Once it's finished. It's not finished yet, of course. The idea is, I'm going to just run you over the ideas. It's going to have a giant turbine here. It's got 4 turbines at the front, 4 turbines at the back. It's going to have custom jet engines at the back here to provide thrust forwards. It's going to have a laser on each of these like wing protrusions on the end. And here it's going to have a kinetic kill vehicle anti-air missile. On the bottom it's going to do the same. It's going to have a giant spinal mount in that sort of thing that I'm wandering my cursor over right now. And that spinal mount is going to run the full length of the front of the ship. And that is going to fire ridiculous sized cannon shells. So, you don't really want to use helicopter blades. I know it's kind of weird. Dedicated heli spinner, because you used to do spin blocks and then you used to attach heli blades to spin blocks. Spin blocks have physics though. The dedicated heli blade spinner does not use physics. So it's a lot better for you. And I actually want to pick it in fleet trim. It's fleet trim we're using, right? Yes, it's a long travel around the ship to find this out. Yes, you do look slightly green. Right. So let us also grab the pole extender. This allows you to extend the pole of the heliblade further down. And I can basically have one giant spinner. Now the reason I'm not going bottom to top is because any missiles coming up at us could sever the bottom and then the entire thing would break. At the moment, it runs top to bottom, which means that if an enemy missile comes in below us, it'll just break the tiny bit. It won't make the entire thing come off. As it is, if a missile comes in from above, yeah, we are screwed. And I could break it up into several different spinners for that, and I may end up doing that. I'm still debating it. Effectively, we'd just put another cross brace across, another cross brace across, and have, 3 different spinners, rather than having just one large one. But for now, I'll stick with one large one. We can always change it later. So we want dedicated heliblade extension. And we will take this over. Aha, it's upside down. You can see by the little flick at the end there. So we need to just delete this. Or I could... Yeah, I need to flip this upside down. How much further do I go? I think this is... Yeah, that's the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's a 9 by 9. So do every side of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I was really just saying the words there, but wasn't actually counting. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's easy just to really check at the end of the day. So that should be good. Now, I could keep doing this for all of them, but I am lazy. So what we're going to do is we're going to get prefab. We're going to use this temporary prefab that I keep wiping. We're going to make it height 1, width 9, 9 plus 1, so 19, 19. And that should encompass, yeah, the entire thing. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring it back to here and make sure it's in the correct direction. It won't really make a difference, but just in case there's something I don't know about. And let's check. That should encompass the entire spinning rotor. It does. Click. Move it up 1. Click. And it hasn't replaced. So what it's done is it's gone, oh, there's already a heli spinner there. And it's just put the blades on. Now if I put it below, it should also put the extender on. Have you put the extender on? You have indeed. And we can go click, down, click, down, click, down, click, down, click, down, click, down, click. And I don't know what the policy is on these blades at the back here. How far do they go down? Do they just stop at the top? They do. Okay. So I don't think, yeah, we don't go any deeper than this. So let's just change out to a normal block. And now we have this one. Now this is much bigger than the rest. It is designed to be the main lift force. This is going to be in charge of pretty much all the real lifting power of the ship. If not most. Maybe not all, but most. The side ones here are meant to help it, and also to spread out the load. And if one gets taken out, the fact that there's several of them in this place should mean that we won't tip over too quickly. If the main one gets taken out, these will be able to compensate. We might still go down, but we'll go down slower. It's a case of they have redundancy, effectively, is what I've gone for. I was going to do the shield carrier thing of doing 4, But with 4, if one goes out, you slew to the side and you instantly tip over. The Avengers going, oh, if we lose 2, we're dead. No, if you lose 1, you'd probably be dead because you wouldn't have any stability. Now, because they have vector thrust, it's possible they could do that. We don't really have that opportunity. We use just vertical thrust. So using this heliblade system, we should be fine. Hello, heliblades. Yeah, this is going to get interesting. What I want to do is have a look at some of these guys. So you are patrolling. You're patrolling. How much strong are you? 36, 39. What's in your group? Paddle gun, plunderer, urchin. Plunderer? Interesting. Okay. I think we have enough resources now, by the way, in terms of metal and stuff. I think we could start sending some of our ships out to actually take them on head to head. I think it's time to split the fleet.